By 1864, with a mounting number of deceased soldiers, the government began looking for additional burial space. The Arlington estate was the perfect choice, and on May 13, 1864, U.S. Private William Christman became the first soldier buried on the Arlington property. A month later, 200 acres of the plantation were officially designated as a military burial site, formally establishing Arlington National Cemetery.
You know, the American Civil War touched literally every family in this country during the 4 years that it was waged. You know, over 600,000 Americans were killed. World War I came around, we lost 140,000. It only lasted for us literally a few months.
After the American involvement in World War I, it took a while. The American War Graves Commission let the French police up their bodies for a full year before we started trying to assemble the American war dead.
There was kind of a disconnect there for Americans, not having the return of their loved ones.
You go to a place like Verdun, and you see the estuary there, and there are literally pieces of thousands of human beings that they could never identify.
They might be able to identify them as a sailor, an infantryman, or a Marine, but they couldn't identify them individually.
And so to commemorate the sacrifice of the unknown, the United States military had soldiers known but to God from 3 different American cemeteries. And I believe it was Sergeant Younger placed a flower on one. The body of that soldier was loaded onto USS Olympia. And eventually, this soldier was brought to Washington, D.C. for dedication at the Tomb of the Unknown.
I grew up in northern New York on a farm, and I always was patriotic, but I always said I would never join the military unless we were attacked. And 9/11, I was watching the TV, and it seemed like we were under attack. So I actually went to my recruiters that day, 9/11. They were scared. They were like, "What are you doing here?" They didn't know if I was a terrorist, crazy farm boy going in. And they said, "We're not even recruiting. We don't even know what's going on. Go home, kid." And I had the good fortune of filming down in Virginia the next month, October 2001. And on my one day off, we went and visited Arlington National Cemetery. And my friend asked me, had I ever seen the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier? And I was embarrassed that I had never even heard of it.
To watch this entire episode on Outdoor Channel, contact your TV provider today.